Hey everyone, it's Graham Stephan and welcome back to Your Finance Lab. You know, one of the biggest regrets I hear from people in their 40s and 50s is not starting to invest or build wealth sooner. They wish they had taken advantage of their 20s and 30s when time was on their side. The earlier you start building wealth, the more time your money has to grow, thanks to the power of compounding. It's like a snowball effect, where your money makes money, and then that money makes even more money. Your 20s and 30s are the prime time to lay a strong financial foundation that can set you up for life. In today's video, we'll share 10 actionable ways to build wealth in your 20s and 30s. Whether you're starting from scratch or already saving, these strategies will help you maximize your financial potential. We're talking about practical tips you can implement right now to start seeing results. Stick around until the end for a bonus tip that can accelerate your journey to financial success. Let's get started. The first step to building wealth is simple. Start saving early and consistently. The magic of compound interest is that your money grows exponentially over time. Even small amounts saved in your 20s can grow into substantial sums by retirement. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account. Your future self will thank you. You often hear people say time is money. Well, in the world of investing, time is your greatest asset. The sooner you start, the more time your money has to grow and compound. It's like giving your money a head start in a race. Think about it. Someone who starts investing at 20 has a 10-year advantage over someone who starts at 30. That's 10 years of potential growth and compounding that the late starter will have to make up for. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. You might have to save significantly more each month to reach the same level of wealth as someone who started earlier. It's like trying to run uphill. It's possible, but it takes a lot more effort. So don't wait until you're older or making more money to start saving. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. Even if it's just a small amount, take that first step and start building the habit of saving. Alright, so you're ready to start saving and building wealth. That's awesome. But where do you even begin? How do you know how much you can afford to save? That's where a budget comes in. A budget isn't about restricting yourself or living like a monk. It's about taking control of your finances and making your money work for you. It's a roadmap that helps you reach your financial goals. Think of it like this. If you were going on a road trip, you wouldn't just hop in the car and start driving without a destination or a plan, right? You'd map out your route, estimate your gas budget, and plan for any unexpected expenses. A budget is your financial blueprint. It helps you track your income and expenses, identify areas where you can cut back, and allocate funds for your financial goals like saving, investing, or paying off debt. Now, creating a budget is one thing, but sticking to it is where the real magic happens. It takes discipline and commitment, but the payoff is huge. The earlier you build this habit, the easier it will be to stay disciplined as your income increases. It's much easier to manage your money when you're starting out with a smaller income than trying to rein in your spending when you're used to a certain lifestyle. There are tons of budgeting apps and methods out there, so find one that works for you and stick with it. Whether it's the 50/30/20 rule, zero-based budgeting, or good old-fashioned spreadsheets, the key is to track your spending and make adjustments as needed. Remember, a budget is a living document. It's okay to adjust it as your income, expenses, and goals change. The important thing is to have a plan and to be mindful of your spending habits. Alright guys, let's talk about debt. It's the silent wealth killer, especially that nasty high-interest debt like credit card balances. You see, those interest charges, they add up like crazy, eating away at your income every single month. It's like having a leak in your money bucket, and trust me, you don't want that. We're trying to build wealth here, remember? Every dollar you pay towards interest is a dollar that isn't growing your net worth. Look, I get it. Life happens, unexpected expenses pop up, and sometimes credit cards seem like the only option. But carrying a balance, especially a big one, it's like a ball and chain on your financial leg. It holds you back from reaching your full potential. So before you even think about investing, before you even consider that side hustle, you gotta tackle this debt monster head on. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Paying off debt takes discipline, it takes sacrifice. But let me tell you, the feeling of being debt-free, It's incredible. It's like this weight has been lifted off your shoulders and you can finally breathe again. You're no longer working for the banks, you're working for yourself. The best part? Once that high-interest debt is gone, you can redirect that money you were throwing at interest payments towards building your wealth. That's right. It becomes fuel for your investments, for your savings, for your future. So make a plan, guys. Attack that debt aggressively. Whether it's the snowball method, the avalanche method, find what works for you and commit to it. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Alright, so you're diligently paying off that high-interest debt, you're making progress, that's awesome. But what happens when life throws you a curveball? A surprise medical bill, your car decides it's done with driving, your roof suddenly needs replacing. That, my friends, is where your emergency fund comes in. Think of it as your financial safety net, your buffer against the unexpected chaos of life. Because let's face it, unexpected things happen, and they usually cost money. Without an emergency fund, you're left scrambling, maybe even dipping back into that debt you worked so hard to pay off. And we don't want that, do we? No, we're building a solid financial foundation here. Now I know what you're thinking, Graham, saving is boring, investing is where the action is. And you're right, investing is crucial for long-term wealth building. But your emergency fund, that's your peace of mind, your financial security blanket. It allows you to weather those financial storms without derailing your progress. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses, that's your goal. Start small if you have to, even $50 a month is better than nothing. Set up an automatic transfer, treat it like a non-negotiable bill. Because trust me, when that unexpected expense pops up, and it will, you'll be thanking your past self for being so responsible. You'll sleep better at night knowing you've got your bases covered. Alright, now for the fun part investing, this is where we put your money to work for you, making it grow over time. And the key here, the secret sauce, is starting early. You see, time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing, thanks to the magic of compound growth. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger. That's compound growth in action. Your money makes money, and then that money makes more money, and so on. The earlier you start, the more time that snowball has to grow, the bigger it gets. Now I know what you're thinking, Graham. I'm in my 20s, I don't have a ton of money to invest, and that's okay. You don't need to be dropping thousands of dollars every month. Even small amounts invested consistently can add up to significant wealth over time. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Start by setting up a Roth IRA, max it out if you can. Look into low-cost index funds, they're a great way to get started with investing. The key is to be consistent, automate your contributions, and let that money compound over time. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it. You guys know I love real estate, right? But before real estate, I worked a 9-to-5. It wasn't cutting it. I wanted financial freedom faster. That's where side hustles came in. Relying only on your job feels like a slow lane. A side hustle is like hitting the gas pedal. Every extra dollar helps pay off debt, invest, or build an emergency fund. It's all about creating options. Tons of side hustles fit your skills. Freelancing, ride-sharing, or starting a small business. Time is your biggest asset. A side hustle leverages that time to earn more. It could even become your main income. Hustle your way to financial freedom. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, I'm already swamped with my day job. How am I supposed to find time for a side hustle? Listen, I get it. But the key here is to be strategic and find something that genuinely excites you. Start by looking at your existing skills and hobbies. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing in your free time? Could you offer freelance writing or design services, teach online courses, drive for a ride-sharing service? The possibilities are endless. Do your research and find what brings in the most income for your time. A side hustle should be enjoyable, not a chore. Stick with it, and you might discover a hidden passion or talent. Let's talk about lifestyle inflation. It's a sneaky trap when income increases. Promotions, higher-paying jobs, or side hustles bring more money. But expenses can rise just as fast. Avoid the trap. Live below your means. Focus on saving and investing. How do you avoid lifestyle inflation? Be intentional with your spending. Identify areas where you overspend. Cut back on dining out and shopping. Delay gadget upgrades. Small changes lead to big savings. Set and remind yourself of financial goals. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. We've talked a lot about building wealth, but here's the thing, guys. Protecting your wealth is just as important as earning it. And that's where insurance comes in. Now, I know insurance might not be the most exciting topic, but trust me, it's crucial to understand how it works and why you need it. Think of insurance like a financial safety net. It's there to protect you from the unexpected events that could potentially derail all your hard work and progress. We're talking about things like car accidents, illnesses, natural disasters, or even someone suing you. These events can happen to anyone, and if you're not adequately insured, they can wipe out your savings, put you in debt, and set you back years financially. That's why it's essential to have the right insurance policies in place to mitigate these risks and protect your financial future. Remember, insurance isn't about getting rich quick. It's about protecting what you've worked so hard to build. It's about having peace of mind knowing that if the unexpected happens, you and your loved ones will be financially secure. Let's break down the essential types of insurance. First, health insurance. Even if you're healthy, accidents happen. Medical bills can be expensive. Health insurance protects your savings. Next, car insurance. It's legally required and covers damages, medical expenses, and legal fees. Consider renters or homeowners insurance for your belongings. Finally, life insurance provides a safety net for your loved ones. You know, people always ask me, Graham, what's the secret sauce to building wealth? And you know what? It's not some crazy get-rich-quick scheme. It's about educating yourself, becoming a financial guru, if you will. The more you know about managing your money, the better decisions you'll make. Think about it, you wouldn't buy a house without understanding a mortgage, right? Same goes for your finances. So how do you level up your financial literacy? Read books, listen to podcasts, follow credible financial experts. There are tons of resources out there, even free ones. Remember, the more you learn, the more confident you'll be in making financial decisions. And that, my friends, is priceless. Look, the financial world can be confusing. There's a lot of jargon, complicated strategies, and frankly, sometimes it feels like everyone's trying to sell you something. But here's the thing. The more you understand, the less likely you are to fall for those traps. You'll be able to spot a bad investment a mile away, negotiate better rates, and make your money work harder for you. It's like learning a new language. At first, it's tough, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes. And trust me, becoming fluent in finance is way more valuable than knowing how to order a croissant in Paris. So, invest in yourself, learn the rules of the game, and outsmart the system. That's how you build real, lasting wealth. Let's talk about goals, people. We all have them, whether it's buying that dream car, traveling the world, or achieving financial freedom. But here's the thing. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Think of it like this. If you're going on a road trip, you don't just start driving and hope for the best, right? You map out your route, plan your stops, and know where you're headed. Your financial journey is no different. You need a destination, a financial North Star to guide you. What do you want your life to look like in 5, 10, 20 years? Write down your goals, make them specific, and most importantly, make them exciting. Because when you're passionate about your goals, that's when the magic happens. Now, I'm all about setting ambitious goals, but here's the key. You've got to be flexible. Life throws curveballs, your priorities change, and that's okay. Just like you wouldn't use a map from 1995 to navigate today, you can't expect your financial plan to stay static. You gotta review and adjust it along the way. Once a year, sit down and reassess your goals. Are they still relevant? Are you on track? Do you need to make tweaks? Remember, achieving financial freedom isn't about being rigid, it's about being adaptable and making smart choices that align with your evolving goals. Building wealth in your 20s and 30s isn't about luck. It's about intentional decisions and consistent effort. By following these 10 steps, you'll set yourself up for financial success and create the freedom to live life on your terms. Which step will you take first? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips from Your Finance Lab. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.